Over funding for public transportation continues, and today DART leaders are set to vote on proposed cuts.
Yeah, tens of thousands of North Texans rely on DART every day to get around, to work, school, out and about, and this could definitely change their routines.
Our transportation reporter Janelle Ford is live in Irving, and Janelle, this has got a lot of pushback.
Yeah, a lot of these discussions have gotten contentious at times. In fact, these changes were originally supposed to be voted on 2 weeks ago at DART's August 12th meeting, but after a lot of debate and changes to the original proposal, they tabled that discussion for today. So here's where things stand right now. DART is backing away from some of the most controversial cuts, especially to paratransit. That was the #1 concern at a public hearing last month, and the agency says that that service will stay intact. Same goes for GoLink in South Dallas and the Trinity Railway Express schedule. But under the current proposal, riders will still notice some changes. A few bus routes are being discontinued, and trains and express buses will run a little less often, every 20 minutes during peak hours instead of every 15. The reason this is happening, it all comes down to money. After months of tense negotiations with the cities that fund DART, like Plano, Carrollton, and Richardson, the agency agreed to set aside 5% of its annual sales tax revenue for what's called the General Mobility Program. That money lets those cities pay for their own transportation projects, not just DART services. It was essentially a compromise to avoid legislation in Austin that could have cut a quarter of DART's budget. And it's not just service cuts being considered. Fares are on the table too. Under the proposal being voted on today, the all-day regional day pass would drop from $12 to $9. A new reduced regional monthly pass would be set at $96. And then the regional annual pass would be completely eliminated. The 3-hour pass would stay at $3. The TRE one-way fare would remain at $6, and a single paratransit ride would be at $4. And then you have to remember, this is all happening as the agency prepares to play a big role in next year's World Cup. The board is expected to vote on all of this later on today, and if approved, those changes would go into effect early next year. Sending it back to you.
Okay, Janelle, thanks for the insight. We'll be watching later today. And that is not the only change coming for DART riders. The transit company says the Convention Center station will be closed for about 3.5 years. The station sits in downtown Dallas, and the shutdown is part of the big renovations at the Kay Bailey Hutchison Convention Center. So no exact date yet on when the closure starts. But here is what this means for you. Trains, will still pass through the station. You just won't be able to get on and off there. And the bus bays that serve the convention center, they will also be closed.